This is a screencast intended to help you set up and use Plickers in your classroom. Plickers is a formative assessment tool that is both web and app-based, but that does not require students to have a device of any kind. There are obvious applications for Plickers as an assessment tool, but I also see value in it for informal understanding checks, polls, and voting. We used it in my class for test review. The program's web and app crossover, as well as the elimination of the need for a classroom set of devices, makes it especially useful for emerging 21st century classrooms and a gateway for teachers looking to understand and implement more 21st century teaching strategies. To begin, navigate to www.plickers.com in a web browser of your choice. Once on the home page, you can create your account with a username and password. Since I already have one, I'll go ahead and log in. Your account will open up on the Classes tab with a demo class already there. I have a class of my own as well. Now we'll walk through how to set up a class. Click Add New Class and fill in the appropriate information, including course name, year, and subject. Color code your class as you'd like. The color will be useful later on. With your class set, you'll then be asked to provide a roster. There are 5 students on this class's roster, so I'll be adding them individually. As I add them, you'll see them appear below the text box with a number next to the name. This is their Plicker card number, which I'll discuss in more detail later on. You can sort the students you have added however you'd like, including by Plicker card number. If you have a large number of students in the class, you can upload a full roster by clicking the Add Roster button. The box on the right side of the screen indicates the Plicker card numbers that have not yet been assigned. You can have as many as 63 unique Plickers in a single class. Back on the Classes page, you can see EDU 77699 has been added and 5 students are on the roster. Now we'll add some questions so we can actually put the program to use. Click on the Library tab. Here you'll see folder icons on the left column of the page. I have 2 folders already set up, one for EDU 776 and one named Etymology Test. There are also options for New Folder, Mobile Uploads, and Archive. I'll go ahead and click on and highlight the folder for EDU 776, and then click the pink Add New Question button. In the pop-up box, type your question. Add your answer choices in the text boxes below, and remember to check the box next to the correct answer. The green Save and Create New button will save the question you just wrote and open another blank question box. For this question, we'll set it as a true/false and indicate the correct answer using the checkboxes on the right-hand side. Plicker also allows users to add images to their questions if they'd like. This can be done by clicking the icon in the question text box and choosing the image from your computer. With the question written, this time, we'll click the blue Save button and end up back on the EDU 776 folder page. The 2 questions we just wrote will appear there. The next step is to add our questions to the question queue. Click the Add to Queue button below the question and select the appropriate class. You will need to add each question individually to the queue. You will know questions were successfully added by looking in the column on the right side. For each question in the queue, you should also see the color you chose for the class in a small circle or dot underneath the calendar icon and beside the class name. The last step before using Plickers in the class is to print your Plicker cards. Click on Cards in the top right corner of the page. You have a variety of printing options, but the most popular appears in the middle of the page, 2 cards per standard sheet of paper. Open and print the PDF file. Each Plicker is a unique shape with a number and the 4 answer choices in gray around the sides. Teachers often have questions about the best way to print cards and whether or not they can be laminated. The FAQs on the main cards page have the answers to these questions. With your questions set and your cards printed, you only need to download the Plickers app to a single device you choose. The device needs to have internet accessibility and a camera. The Plickers app is available at no cost in the App Store and on Google Play. When you're ready to conduct your assessment, navigate to the Plickers homepage, log in, and click on the Live View tab at the top of the page. Then, in the app, select the class you are working with. The questions you have added to the queue should appear. Once you select a question, you should see it both in the app and on the live view in the browser. Select Scan in the app and using the device's camera, scan the room, or in my case the floor. Students should answer the question by holding up their Plicker card facing the teacher with their card rotated so their answer choice is at the top. Watch for student names to appear in text bubbles as the app scans their answers. Green if their answer is correct, and red if it is incorrect. In the browser live view, there will also be blue check marks next to student names once their answers have been recorded. After all student answers have been scanned, you can put down the device and return to the browser. Here you can reveal the answer and graph the responses. After you've recorded responses for questions, you can view a report under the Reports tab at the top of the page. There is only one report currently available through Plickers, and it cannot be exported. Individual student reports and an export feature have been requested and will hopefully become features of the program soon. I used Plickers in my classroom less than 12 hours after opening my account and creating questions. Students understood how to use it almost immediately, and the process was seamless. Plickers is an intuitive, useful tool for teachers and schools with strict policies about student use of mobile devices or without one-to-one programs.